If you want instant access to new videos as they're uploaded, then please click on the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to comment on the videos, and if you're interested in learning more about BetAngel, visit betangel.com today and download a free trial.
So while an entry point is obviously important in a market, I often think that an exit point is equally as important in a market. And hopefully I'll be able to show you on this. Can't guarantee it, but we'll have a look. First thing I'm going to do here is press enter on my keyboard, and what you'll notice is that centers all of the ladders. So if we center all the ladders, that gives us a viewpoint on where prices are moving at this particular moment in time. If we look at the volume down here, we can see that this current second favourite is at the bottom end of its trading range. So I'm just going to pop an order in down here. Hopefully we'll get this filled in a second. Thank you very much. So now that this order's been filled, I'm going to press enter again. And what will happen is the last traded price when I pressed enter is centered across the middle of this ladder. But as this market develops, we'll be able to see what pressure is being applied to the second favorite here. So if the price on this rises, the price on that rises, and the price on this rises, that's inevitably going to be putting a bit of pressure, downward pressure, on the second favorite here. But if this starts to come back, and these start to come down the ladder, then this will put a bit of upward pressure. So as a consequence, I can sit here and hold my position and take a view on what's generally happening within the market and how that's influencing my position. And this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying the exit, or the process of getting out of a position is sometimes more important than getting in. Now obviously you'll get a much higher strike rate if you actually get a decent entry and a decent exit, but what I'm trying to show you here is that when you're in a position, it's important to look around and understand what's going on and how that's influencing your current position. So we could see on this one the favourite came down and it's just bounced a little, and as a consequence this did go out a little and then it bounced back. But if we hold our position here, we'll be able to see whether we can continue to hold our position or whether we think that there's a bigger issue in the market. So for example, if the favourite started to go tanking up and then this was tanking up and so was that, then that's inevitably going to put pressure on this position. But we can see what's actually happening at the moment. This one's level, this one's going out slightly but at larger odds, and in fact the favourite came all the way in. I say all the way in, about 5 ticks. So that meant that our position was relatively safe here. So can you see how this is influencing our decision making? I can hold this position quite comfortably. I've got my hands off my mouse. I'm waving them around in the air at the moment in some vain attempt to illustrate it to you, even though you can't see my hands. But can you see why I'm relaxed about this position? Because there's no particular pressure on it. In order for this to continue, we just need to see the price on the favourite continue to come down, and then we'll be fine with this position. We don't really want to see much movement on these, and if we do want to see movement, we want to see them coming down slightly as well. But can you see what's happening here? I made a slight judgment on entry here. It's impossible for me not to do that. But you can see that all of the time we held this position, it did move down a little bit and went slightly negatively against us. But we could see that the position was safe within the market anyway, so there were no particular issues with it. We're getting close to the off here, so what I need to do is start dropping some orders back in and gently closing our position. You can see I've left it just a little bit too late here. That's annoying, but that's because I'm talking. I need to accelerate my exit here. But hopefully you've got an idea of what I'm talking about here, and that is that once you've entered a position, monitoring how that position is unfolding is quite an important aspect of what you're doing. And in some senses it's even more important than the entry that you actually obtained in the market.
If you're interested in learning more about BetAngel, visit betangel.com and download a free trial today.